Ladies and gentlemen, the job market is about to flip 99% of the people and are ready for what's coming. The world is changing aggressively, and if you want to win in it, you cannot rely on basis mindset of just working hard. By 2026, many of the skills that you got will be irrelevant, but a very small group will be earning more than ever. The difference isn't luck, is preparation. In this video, I'm giving you 5 human skills that will make you not just recession proof, but a top earning in new economy. Let's get one thing straight. It isn't another video designed to scare you. It designed to wake you up. According to the World Economic Forum, nearly half of on-job skills are expected to change in the next few years. Think about that. Almost half of what you paid for a day could be obsolete. That's not distant future problem, it's a right now problem. The force driving is not secret, it's artificial intelligence. But here's the part everyone gets wrong. They see AI as a job killer. The reality is far more announced. AI isn't coming for your job, it's coming for our task. The repetitive, the predictable, the boring. While headlines scam about job losses, the real story is massive regulation of demand. Companies aren't just looking to cut costs. They desperate for people who can work with AI to do things that were previously impossible. This creates a massive opportunity. One side, you have people sticking to old rules, hoping things to back to normal. They won't. On other side, you can those who are learning how to thrive. They are ones who will become indefeasible. So this is the change. Forgot the fluff. This is the real talk guide to further prepping your career starting today. Skill 1, AI literacy, your new superpower. We start with first one, interest me. It's not what you expect. The first skill is what underpins everything else, AI literacy, and let me be clearly. This does not mean you need to become a coder. It is a huge misconception. AI literacy is like learning to drive a car. You don't need to be a mechanic who can build an engine, but you absolutely need to know how to operate the vehicle to get where you want to go. In 2026, not knowing how to use AI will be like not knowing how to use the internet today. You'll simply be left behind. The demand of AI skills is exploding, and but not just in tech, is in marketing, finance, HR, project management. Companies are separated for markets who can use AI to create campaigns, analysis who use AI to expose trends, and manager who use it to find the best talent. So how do you get started? You start small and you start today. Spend 15 minutes a day experimenting. Go to ChatGPT and ask it to run some idea. Use an AI image generator. Use Gemini to summarize a long report. A goal isn't mastery overnight. It is familiarity. Play with these tools. See what they're good at and where we fail. For a more structured approach, look at 3 courses like AI for everyone in Coursera. Imagine being the person on your team who instead spends 3 days on the task, uses an AI student to get better results in 3 hours. That person is a strategy asset. That person is you. If you start now, skills through analytical and critical thinking, the real MVP. Now we move on to the second skill, analytical and critical thinking. In a world overflowing with data and AI generated content, the ability to think clearly is a survival skill. The World Economic Forum consistently ranks it as one of the most critical skills for future and for good reason. Think about it. An AI can analyze a million data points and tell you sales are down 10%. That's information, but if you can't tell me that requires a human mind. The professionals who can challenge assumption and make the decision based on evidence, not just data, are seeing their value skyrocket. So, how do you build this muscle? It starts with asking better questions. The next time you are in a meeting and get in the habit of mentally asking what is the evidence for that, what perspective is missing, what is the strongest argument against my own belief. Another powerful exercise: read outside your field. If you work in tech, read about philosophy. If you are in finance, watch a documentary on design. Better thinking leads to better decisions, and better decisions lead to extraordinary outcomes. Skill 3: creativity and innovating thinking. The automation verb skill if analytical thinking is about breaking problems down, and critical thinking is about building new solutions. This is the third skill, is the one that makes you fundamentally automation verb. AI is powerful at optimization. It can generate 1,000 variations of something that already exists, but it cannot have a truly original idea. It can feel unexperienced and translate it into a groundbreaking product that is and will remain the domain of human ingenuity. In a new economy, logic is being outsourced to machine. What's left? Imagination and originally, the job of the future won't be about following a manual. They'll be about writing a new one. Developing creativity isn't about become a founder. It's about training your brain. Start by intentionally consuming content outside your professional bubble. A simple power habit is a due card. At the end of each day, write down 2 and 3 new ideas. They don't have a good idea. The act of forcing your brain to generate ideas without judgment is a talking to the dream. Most of ideas will be useless, but you aren't training for a good idea. You are training the capacity to generate ideas of a man. In a world where everyone else is asking AI for answer, you will want asking the question that lead to next big thing. Now, before you get the final two skill, the human-centric ability that tie everything else together. If you are getting value from this, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We release content just of this very quick to give you strategy you need to win. It's free and it's the best investment you can make in your future. Alright, let's driving. Skill 4: emotional intelligence. EQ, the human age with human handling. For with AI handling more the technical lot, the skill that makes us uniquely becoming more available. This brings us to skill number 4: emotional intelligence or EQ. EQ is the ability to understand and manage your own emotion and understand and influence the emotion of others. In a world becoming more digital, EQ is analog skill that builds trust and influence. That is the difference between a manager people quit on and a leader people follow anywhere. More and more hiring managers say skill like EQ are just as important as a technical ability. Think about the most effective person who ever worked with. Changes are they aren't just brilliant, they were also so aware. They knew how to handle pressure, they could read a room. They could deliver difficult feedback in a way that motivated, not medalized. That is the EQ action, so how do you cultivate it? Begins with self-awareness, a simple habit, a 1 minute nightly journal. Before you sleep, write down one moment that gave you energy and one drained. Then ask why the simple acts connections even to your emotional responses. Another practice is actual listening. In your next conversation, make it so mission to understand other person's perspective without blaming your reply. You will emphasize and how this transform your relationship. EQ isn't a short skill, is a strategy advantage. skill 5, adaptability and learning agility. The survival skill navigates the final skill is that it makes on author sustainably. Adaptability and learning agility. The pace of change is accelerating. The concept of mastering a job for life is officially dead. We are entering in an area of constant evolution. The true limit to this transformation is no longer the teach itself. It's the human ability to adapt to it. Learning agility is the ability to learn, understand, to learn, unlearn, and relearn at speed. The World Economic Forum predicts a massive shift in the job market. While some roles will disappear, millions of new jobs will be created. Many in roles that don't even exist today, the people who fill this role won't be the ones with perfectionism from 2025. There will be ones who have proven that you can learn whatever comes next. Employers are no longer just hiring for what you know, they are hiring for your ability to learn. So, what do you practice it? Make learning a constant habit. Dedicate a goal hour in your calendar. It's quick. Take a micro course. Read an industry report. Watch a tutorial and skill that imitate you. More importantly, start reframing challenges. When you face a setback, don't view it as a threat. View it as training simulation for adaptability. Discomfort you feel is feeling of goals. Your career resilience will not be determined by stability of your job, but by your ability to adapt that job changes. So there you have AI literacy and analytical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence, and adaptability. Look at this list. Might feel overwhelmed, but you don't need to be expert tonight. The goal is not perfection, it's process. The winner of 2026 won't be that people who waited for a perfect plan, who will the ones who started today. His action plan. Don't just watch, act. First one skill to focus on this week start with AI literacy. Spend 15 minutes a day, play with AI tool. Next week, add analytical thinking as why 3 times in a work conversation. The week after, learning through creativity. With one article from a field you know nothing about. From there, practice EQ by starting that night, journal, and every day embrace adaptability. The future isn't something that is happen to you, it is something you can shape. The best investment you can possibly make is not in stock, not in crypto, but in your own skills. That is one asset that no one can even take away you. You have roadmap. It is time to start building.